There's definitely Henry's had quite an evolution this season, and there's been a lot. I think the luxury of having the 20 episodes is we all got to explore our characters a little more.
I think, Ryan, I think the words you're looking for are werewolf love.
Werewolf love.
You know, a lot of the second season was sort of dominated by a much bigger scope, right? It seemed like the show went kind of global in the second season. We got to see these other sanctuaries, and a lot of it was about this big effort that was made to bring down the sanctuaries. I don't really have a sense from the trailer, and I don't want you to give too much away, but what's the kind of, like, where are we? It seems like we ended season 2 in this really crazy position. I mean, I just want to get a sense of, you know, tease us a little bit in terms of season 3. Now what? What's going? It seems like things are kind of in disarray.
Well, we live. Whoa! Whoa! Big spoiler there. Damn. We survived the tidal wave. We actually do a lot of we go back in time this season, which I love. We sort of explore the early days of the 5 and go back to the 1800s, and that informs so much of where the sanctuary is today, and especially with Helen's character. So we do that. We're going to Paris, I believe. Are we shooting in Paris?
We're trying to.
We're trying to shoot in Paris, which will be exciting.
I think the idea is that we got ourselves in an incredible bind, and then I think that we had done the, you know, big bad conspiracy people trying to bring down the sanctuary, and we didn't want to recycle that or reincarnate it into something else. We wanted to take the show in a very fresh direction that was very kind of back to that positive, exciting, adventurous spirit that is Sanctuary. And the upside of season 2 is that we created this global stage for the show. There's sanctuaries all over the world. And so we're not going to be having the cabal bring down the sanctuary or all that. It's going to be it's going to be a discovery that sets our team on a very different agenda. That, you know, new villains, new allies, and we're really excited about it because it was a daring move, and I think it's turned out well. It's pretty
cool. You guys are going to love it. I mean, we got some of your favorites are definitely back. The cast, some of your favorites will be back for sure, and then there's some new faces, new characters that you guys are going to love, and it's been a real treat. You know, the caliber of talent that we've had on our show.
Absolutely, and because we have the 20 episodes really has made a huge difference in terms of the arcs that we're allowed to do. So this story that Damien's referring to is a big part of season 3, and it's a huge arc for all of us. And the fact, though, that we also still go down to the intimate episodes, we find out more about Henry, we're going back to Will, we go back to Magnus's past. So there's an intimacy on this huge scale.
There is more, in getting your characters to grow, and we want to know more about them, we are bringing in love interests and more relationships, and that's fun, because when you've had people in mission mode for 2 seasons, then you can have them in, you know, date night mode, and that's fun, because it never goes smoothly, ever.
We have such a the company of actors just keeps growing, and certainly this year, like Ryra said, like the company grows, and just to be able to work with some of these actors and what they're bringing into the show is really exciting, and it's been great. And some of the new characters, there's new villain.
It's been so great this season too, because it's like this is the season you show up to work and you can't wait to get that next script. You know, you're shooting an episode and you just want to go through it, and you're so excited about it, and you want to know what's going on with everybody else. Yeah, me, that's cool. Instead of sometimes you get a script and it's like, me.
Is there anything in those scripts that you dread? Like, I mean, is there anything when you're like, oh my god, like, I mean, what's for you when you have to do the transformation scenes and things like that? Are there technical challenges that are less fun to shoot?
Well, early on, it was trying to figure it out, and now that we've got that dialed, I think when I say we're going to see more of Henry, I think it's also, what does Henry really look like when he transforms? mean, it's
when he's naked, which
it's pretty good. It's pretty incredible. But it's that, like, you know, for me, doing all that stuff with green dots all over my face and body that's sort of like, okay, so I just have to commit to being a werewolf, like me. And you know, then it's, you know, that at first was a little bit like, how do you do that without laughing at yourself? But then you just kind of get into it, and it's pretty.
Every now and then you'll open the script and you'll just be like, you know, oh, this is so great. Oh, the scene is really good. And then there'll be one little line like, Will is put into a bathtub of ice naked. And you're like, oh, this is sort of what? Oh, come on.
Yeah, we have this.
I wanted to eat carbs this week.
Yeah, we have this thing on the show. You guys have probably heard us say it before. There's not so much nudity as there is dudity on our show.
Dudity.
And it's, yeah.
That's because I'm an executive producer.
We'll kind of look at each other once in a while, and I'll see just nothing but egg whites on Robin's plate, and I'll be like, oh, I haven't read the script yet.
I think Amanda is the one who knows what it's like to open a script, usually with my name on the front, and go, oh my God. What?
Well, you know, speaking of that, early on, and still to this day, because Henry has all this techno-babble, you know, and so it's, I read it, we'll do the table read, and she's like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Like, are these words even real? I say it. And if I ever complain, one time I was like, this is crazy, how many this is crazy. And Amanda looks at me, she's like, right, 10 years. 10 years. Yeah, no complaints anymore.
Let's open things up to the crowd. Anybody out there have any questions?
Yeah.
Crowd.
No softball questions.
Oh, no. This is for Robin Dunn.
Me first?
In the last season finale, we saw a great scene of you Bollywood dancing. And
I don't know if it was great, but thank you.
My question is, what was your experience with it? Because I saw other people doing it and they were really bad. And yours was good, really good. So what was your experience learning it, and when you heard you run into that, what was your reaction to it?
The short answer is I have no idea how I got through it. I remember when the script came to me, I honestly thought, we do a lot of practical jokes on the Sanctuary. We joke at each other a lot, and we're always trying to one-up each other, and I was like, wow, Damien really has gone very far with this practical joke thing, because he's written an entire fake script. You know, I was like, Ozzy, don't you have to be writing real scripts for the show? Isn't this kind of a... So, and Marty Wood was like, no, this is real, we're doing this. And I'm like, come on guys, you don't have to go this far. Until I realized, actually, this is something that we were going to be doing. Then I was very, very terrified, as you can well imagine. There was a wonderful dance instructor who came to the set to teach me how to, first, not how to Bollywood dance, how to dance. I mean, she had to start at the lowest rung on the ladder, and she was terrified. She just thought, oh, when she said, well, let's just try a couple things just to see where your level is, and I saw the terror in her face, and I knew we were really screwed.
You also have to remember, it's important to say that when we were shooting that, it was a heat wave. It was so hot.
Martin Wood stood up on the thing and said, he had his iPhone, he said, it's 40 degrees Celsius in Mumbai today. It's 42 degrees in Vancouver. So we brought the Bollywood weather with us. And then there was this whole thing that transpired where it kind of news traveled very quickly through the whole set and the office, and everywhere I would walk, people would be like, oh man, I can't wait to send in. I can't wait to see you, man.